I am really obsessive when it comes to my ideas, at least the grand ones, the ones that require multiple steps with no regard or respect for time or uh, convenience. I'm in love with that process because I respect and I appreciate the joy and the happiness and the freedom that it provides me. Like that right there is my fuel when I'm able to do the things that I put in my mind and then watch it actually materialize right in front of me. Like even if it's a hassle and it's a lonely process, because 90% of the time I'm doing it by myself. I don't let the intimidation or the fear of that, regardless of opinion afterwards or opinion during, get in the way of that. And I think that's also because um, in my artistic life and also my morals and ethics outside of that, I don't want to live my life in the shadow of anybody else's perception of who they think I should be or what ideas they have of who I am. I want to respect and honor my happiness and my joy and speak to that, and bring that into existence because oftentimes I have a fascination with death and legacy. And I think to myself often, like, if I passed away tomorrow, um, and this was all taken away from me, uh, I would like to rest knowing that for the most part, I put my heart and my soul into my ideas and I created something that at the very least helped inspire and engage people with at least a base dream. Doesn't have to be hip hop, doesn't have to be the arts or like the creation of things in that realm, but just at the base level, just a dream. Encourage those people to pursue the things that they think are unimaginable. Even if nobody's on your side, even if people don't love you for it, even if people don't understand it, if people don't respect it, if nobody fucks with it the way that you fuck with it, at least you walked away with the joy and the freedom. So I had this idea in the last week of October to release a Halloween themed live performance on Halloween. Okay, so I just got out of work and I'm a little tired because I was there for longer than I usually am there for. And I was a little worried because I was expecting a package and I didn't think anybody was going to be home to receive it. And these packages are important because of this last minute crazy idea that I have. And the idea itself is not crazy, it's more so just the execution of it being so quick. So we were working with 7 days. Before I've been doing like these live performances, or in studio performances rather, for the past 2 years and dropping them on YouTube, whether it be with my tractor controller or my machine, or I even later on, in the year that I started doing these in studio performances, I bought a launch pad. But COVID hit, and in many ways, I was in an odd space around the time of October before I really formulated this idea. And I don't think it's a long stretch to say that COVID, outside of the obvious, it being a sickness that we can contract, I think it also in a lot of ways is a humanitarian crisis. It's a mental health crisis. The people's routines that they have built for themselves over the last months or years even have been broken down, and we now all have to readjust. And one of the fears implemented in me that became a crippling anxiety was the fear of not making money and losing the money that I've made. So at any given moment, I felt, wow, like I could lose my job. Like, what if this all goes to shit tomorrow? If there's one thing that I think this year has taught a lot of us, is that like nothing is for certain. And so you have that duality, right? You have the fact that that nothing is for certain, but I think the desire to want to live and not make irrational, impulsive decisions. And therein lies in itself my dilemma. I really feel the most free and the most at home and the most liberated when I am creating. And so when I'm not in that process, when I'm not spending time or money or energy towards my ideas, and I have to second guess myself into feeling like the investment isn't worth it, or maybe I should hold off on things. It brings me sadness in a lot of ways. And so that was my dilemma. If I'm going to invest any time, if I'm going to invest any money, if I'm going to invest any energy doing something that's going to make me happy, I want it to be this idea. Like, I think this is the thing that's holding me back the most, is the fact that I have to keep on guessing it and chickening out and giving myself reasons not to do it. Maybe that's the reason why I don't feel as good as I feel, because I'm not honoring and respecting the thing that makes me feel whole. And I decided, I was like, yo, like, I'm going to go on Amazon and I'm going to buy these lights that are actually lighting up my room now. There's one on, and the other one's in the back of me next to my microphone. Fresh out of the mental hospital, and me doing the hospital be like Nas doing gospel of R&B. You crazy? Me pushing up daisies. That thought is impossible. Something and then I'm slopping you. So I bought a new microphone that came yesterday. So the one that I had before, the other handheld microphone that I had before, it was just decent. It wasn't like the greatest thing in the world. So I bought a Shure SM48S for better quality for my inevitable performance. That came yesterday. I also bought a new camera lens for my Nikon, which literally just arrived while I was at work. And while I was at work, I pushed another idea that I had, which I didn't technically need, but I thought it would be a good addition to what I already planned. Which also, I bought some stage lights, and I bought like light strips that you can put up on your ceiling, or more so at the edge of your wall. That went to my homeboy Derek O'Release's house, which is where we're doing the shoot at. So that's over there, and that was delivered today when it was supposed to be delivered tomorrow. So God bless that. So the other idea that I was pushing was, I was trying to see if I could get a projector from my job, and they gave me a projector. Not only that, my boss gave me another microphone, which was an upgrade from this microphone that I bought. Yeah, I think it's the SM57 or something like that. So that's in the bag. So I have two mics now, as a just in case. And he also gave me some more stage lights if I need them. So that's beautiful right there. That's joy right there. You see this? This is excitement. This is joy. Even though there's a tired look in my eyes from just getting off work, this is excitement. This is like disbelief also. Okay, camera one is on. Zay, feel free to
face this way or face you?
No, don't. Oh, that's a good question. Face me, like pretend like you're speaking into the camera. Yeah. All right, Zay, whenever you're ready. I called Derek, one of my really close friends and somebody that I work with often musically, and I asked him, hey man, like, if you're up to it, if you're down for engaging me in my crazy idea yet again, I would love it if I can use your space to do this live performance, which was another thing. Since COVID hit, a lot of musicians and a lot of artists were not playing any gigs anywhere because everything shut down. So I think a major topic of discussion has been, how do we sustain this happiness and this joy and this artistic endeavor when we can't really make money, or we can't be a part of that freedom on stage and connect with people in real time? What are ways that we can stay fresh? What are ways that we can stay innovative? What are ways that we can connect with people, feed our soul, scratch that creative itch, and be happy? The idea that I came up with was, let me put away the launch pad for right now. Let me put away the machine. Let me literally just be in the middle of this man's living room, have the lights go crazy like it's an actual stage show, and perform my ass off with 3 songs that are in the same vein of like spooky, like wicked Halloween-esque records. We hired Sid, who's a fantastic makeup artist, and it was funny, we hired her kind of last minute because we were in search of somebody, and Sid was luckily available on that Friday. And the funny thing about that is I have like a not a direct relationship with Sid, but my homeboy Buddha Flip, who I went to school with, he went to school with her, and we all went to school on the same campus. We were just in different schools. And so I knew her by like association. So when, V, Derek started connecting the dots for me, I was like, oh yeah, like I know her. That's so ironic, and that's so convenient that this has all happened. What a world.
God bless you. Hopefully this never happens. It will never happen. I hate putting this on. I really do.
I feel like it's a bad omen.
Yes, I do.
Well, what's the Drake prayer in V? V, what's the Drake prayer? What's the Drake prayer in headlines? Come on, I know you know it. Pull it out your gut. Pull it out the depths of your soul.
Trouble will gut you. Heaven protect you.
Mm-hmm.
And angels, some shit.
Hey, yo, come on! I got a bullet in my head. I need a full-fledged player.
Right.
Oh, shit, we live?
No, we not live.
Oh, okay.
Well, we close to it.
I just talked a whole bunch of shit about.
Yeah, no, we did.
Right.
I'm muted. I'm sorry. Look. I didn't know.
Well, can you at least figure out what the last part of that stanza is?
I will.
Now?
Wait, I know it's trouble and neglect you. Heaven protects you. No, heaven. All right, trouble and neglect you. Heaven accept you, and angels protect you.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know about the order.
Amen. That's all I needed. All of that is a wild concept because if you think about all the elements at play, you consider the fact that the majority of the stuff that I have bought, we have had no prior hands-on experience with. So we're showing up Friday, the night of, and learning on the job essentially through trial and error with the time allotted, which if you think about it is not a lot of time because I have to leave this place at a certain time and be satisfied with what we've done, get enough sleep to wake up in the morning and take all the footage, edit it, chop it up, mix and master the audio, and then have a deadline that we need to be finished by because what's the point of releasing this Halloween themed performance if it's the day after Halloween? No, it needs to be the day of. You have to be satisfied and give the final okay with what it is that you've done before it's time to release it. It's a wild concept. And to their credit, both Derek and Zay, they showed out. First of all, V lent me his house. He hosted the event. He was kind enough to do that for me. So without him, this idea really wouldn't have came to life. And Zay also, to his credit, he picked up on the musical cues very, very well and quickly to give us the best possible scenario that we could have hoped for. And that's just a testament to our camaraderie and our respect and our passion, not only for one another, but for our dreams and our ideas. And I think that's the point that I'm trying to get across in totality with this video, is that by any means, I'm not saying that this is going to be easy. No, this is hard work. And there's going to be a time where you're going to have to invest money in some of the things that you're working hard for. But I think if you spend a lot of less time dwindling and being skeptical of what you can do and trying to talk yourself out of it and put your foot forward into the follow through, and you honor that process, you will reap the benefits of it regardless of what comes afterwards. And I can only speak for myself, but outside of the happiness and the joy, I'm not doing this because I'm in competition with anybody other than myself. I'm not doing this to see whose dick is bigger. I'm not doing this as a pissing contest. This is not what this is about. This is not about the claim and the praise. This is at its very base level, outside of the stability that it brings me for my mental health. At a base level, it's about encouraging and inspiring people to pick up on their most unimaginable thoughts and take a concept and an idea and birth it and watch it come to life and plant the seeds for it. Because I think at the end of the day, we'll all be very happy and much more joyous if we spend time with the things that give us life. If you can, hit subscribe, hit that thumbs up, the like button. Visit JulyQuinMP3.com where you can see all my miscellaneous works. Till next time, I bid you adieu.